Welcome back. We have some very special guests here in the studio. Pam Surano used to work at KDKA as a reporter, and she's joined by her daughter Mary. And Mary, you may remember, suffered a spinal stroke back in 2020, and today they are sharing the journey they've taken towards recovery. Thank you so much for being here.
We are so honored to be here, truly. I said walking in the door, I was trying not to cry.
Aww.
Seeing everyone, it's like seeing my family again.
Aww,
and
Pam.
it's just really been, it's been a journey, but there's been so many happy, beautiful
great things from it.
Yes, so many great things.
So walk us through, for people who may not remember, walk us through what happened back in 2020.
August 30th, I went to jump on the trampoline, just a normal day, and I got this like strange pinching in my shoulder blades. And then I kind of just kept jumping, and I took a fall, and I kind of landed on like my upper back. So I decided to go in, take a shower, and then I slowly just started to lose like move. I felt weaker and weaker. I was like hitting the walls, and then I just, from there, I kind of like lost all movement, and they took me to the hospital.
Were you home?
I was, believe it or not, at Mass, and I told this story so many times, but I still can't believe it myself that it was the first time I was in Mass in person since the pandemic. So I go in, I'm at St. Benedict the Moor in the Upper Hill District, and I'm on my knees, and I literally heard God's voice interiorly say, gratitude. And I
just got goosebumps.
Yeah, I had no idea why. And as soon as I got out of Mass, Mary started calling, and I was taking some pictures, and I got in the car, and I heard her voice, and I instantly knew. And that journey of understanding exactly what gratitude was and why at that moment in time was a process.
So when did they determine that it was a spinal stroke? And these are rare, is that right?
Yes. Yeah, it took, like, the first time they did an MRI, which is like of my spine, it didn't show anything. And then I think was it 2 days later, they scanned again, and it showed up as like inflammation just in my spinal cord, and that's when they diagnosed it.
We had a massive team of doctors trying to figure out why and how and where do we go from here. And the best that they could extrapolate is that there was some sort of compression injury from the trampoline, and that there was a lack of connection for the blood flow to go to the spinal cord. And they said even in adults, it's extremely rare. In children,
even more so.
Even more so.
So, of course, that started your journey towards what happens next. And where are you now with your recovery and rehab?
Well, now it's like a different thing every day, honestly. So it depends on the day, but we'll go to ATP with
former Steeler John Kolb. Yep. John Kolb is amazing. He has Adventures in Training with a Purpose.
Oh, yes, we know this facility.
Absolutely.
Yes,
they're amazing.
Awesome.
They work with veterans, wounded warriors.
Right.
That is at a neuro rehab center in Louisville. We also go to PTN, which is in Harmerville, and she sees neurotherapist Beth Stebbins. She's amazing. Harmerville had a spinal rehab facility that was outpatient, don't have it anymore, but Beth worked there, and she has an amazing skill set. And we just feel so blessed because Mary also works out at a place called Raw Fitness. And people just have come forward to help.
Every place is so unique and adaptive. They just really think out of the box, and that's like exactly what we needed coming out of that situation.
You know, what I remember, even in those early weeks and months, how much both of you were keeping your faith, and how even just seeing you smile, like I remember seeing you smile even in the hospital, and you know, our hearts were broken thinking, oh, I can't imagine going through something so traumatic, but both of you were so resilient through all of this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. It was a terrifying time, and I would say the faith journey has been the biggest difference maker for us.
Yeah.
So I often say we kind of went from a certain kind of prayer of begging, pleading, and then moved into a place of knowing who God is and knowing He's great and with him truly all things are possible. And I just brought this bag with us. I'm not sure how much time we have, but this is just like one section of the massive amount of cards.
Incredible, like the community. Once you see it, you don't believe it.
Yes. Oh yeah, it was absolutely incredible. The cards, the holy water, the medals, the stories, the personal accounts of people wanting to share their faith with us. And so inspiration is a two-way street. We got it from them. And they think, I mean, they think we're giving it to them, but they're giving it to us.
So, Mary, I know that there's something exciting that's happening very soon. Can you walk us through what's happening?
Yes, so soon coming up, it's called the exoskeleton.
Exoskeleton.
And it is basically a full body suit that you put on, and it moves your legs kind of like a robot. So it'll be able to stimulate walking. And we're going to go to, where are we going?
Yep, it's in Reading, Pennsylvania. It's a rehabilitation center there. This particular suit is called the ExoNR. It's made by Exobionics, and it has smart technology. So Mary will get in it, and they can determine if we can take it to the next step, which would be bringing it home here to Pittsburgh to use with Beth. And they would program it for her, and then they can tell if one leg is starting to do more than the other, and then they can pull back.
The science behind it. They don't really have anything like that in Pittsburgh, so it's exciting that we get to go have that opportunity. And it's the movement, like the pattern, and it helps retrain your body to remember how to walk.
Absolutely, it's a neuropatterning gait training. So as many people know, the brain is neuroplastic, and you know, if you, God forbid, have a stroke in your brain, the brain is so beautiful that it just continues to make new neural pathways. Well, a lot of people now believe as well that the spinal cord can do the same thing, and we have great faith.
We are so excited to have you both here. Thank you for joining us today. And I know that you're going to stick around, so we'll be right back. And coming up here on Talk Pittsburgh, we are back with more to talk about Pam about her life after news and her own journey with motherhood. And that's right after the break.